Those who have been to Switzerland know the cheese, chocolates, and majestic hills are not the only things that define the mountainous country. It becomes apparent as soon as you step outside Zurich Airport that Switzerland is not a country that is cheap or even affordable in the pocket. To put things in perspective, an average water bottle costs about $5.05, a can of Coke about $5.05, and McMeal at McDonald's can set you back about $18 to $19. The price difference of everyday commodities can vary as much as 77% if you compare it with London, and even more if you compare them with suburban cities. Another metric that perfectly describes the insane cost of living in Switzerland is the Cost of Living Index. The index compares the cost of living in different parts of the world with New York. There are only 6 cities that rank higher than New York on this index, and all 6 of them are in Switzerland. It makes any curious mind wonder about what is happening in Switzerland, and most importantly, how these insane prices affect the residents. Experts have put together several theories to explain such a high cost of living in Switzerland, and almost all of them agree on some plausible reasons, which include import restrictions, tariffs on products, high Swiss operating costs, anti-competitive deals struck by international companies, and lack of domestic competition. Let's dissect each of these reasons in this video. Number 1. Lack of retail competition. If you drove across Switzerland in a car, you will notice 2 retail stores at almost every commercially strategic location: Migros and Coop's. Migros has over 600 retail outlets across the landlocked country, while Coop's has over 960 stores. These 2 retail outlets have more than 80% share in the Swiss retail market, eliminating any sense of competition. Some low-cost supermarkets, such as Aldi and Lidl from abroad, have tried to make their standing in the Swiss market. But as of yet, these stores offer little to no competition to the giants that have already established themselves. The question is, why do people choose these stores when they are so expensive? Well, it is simple: they don't really have a choice. There is a cozy arrangement between multinational manufacturers and Swiss importers and distributors. It gives the importers exclusive distribution rights, enabling them to fix the prices higher than the rest of the countries. Other stores cannot import the same products because of those exclusive rights, meaning there is no competition. It would not have been the case if Switzerland were a member of the European Union, because the European Commission prevents such practices by regulating competition policies. Several politicians and experts have raised their voices to put an end to these practices, but right now, it has not made a difference in how retail stores operate in Switzerland. Number 2. Price stickiness. Another reason that contributes to high prices in Switzerland is a phenomenon known as price stickiness. Simply put, it is the resistance a market offers in changing the prices of commodities. It also argues that prices usually move in one direction, meaning increasing the prices is easier than reducing them. Retailers are reluctant to decrease the prices because it narrows their profit margin, but in most Western economies, retailers are forced to either because of regulations or competition. However, as we discussed earlier, the regulations regarding retail competition in Switzerland are not as strict as in the rest of Europe. So without any real competition or regulations, the retailers do not have a reason to bring the prices down. There is another reason why this phenomenon is so profound in Switzerland, which is the value of the Swiss franc. Euro and dollars have lost a lot of value against the Swiss currency, making it stronger and enabling the importers to source products at prices cheaper than the rest of the countries. So, while the products have become inexpensive, the retailers have not reduced the prices and have quietly let the margin rise relative to the nations with weaker currencies. Again, the lack of competition has not allowed the common public to take advantage of such a strong currency. Number 3. Expensive real estate. While Switzerland is an expensive country, it is also one of the wealthiest countries in the world. As per the recent figures, the GDP per capita of the country is about $92,000, compared to $46,500 of the United Kingdom. It shows the people in Switzerland are thriving and earning more than a decent living compared to other parts of Europe. However, some resources, such as real estate, are finite, and everyone needs a roof over their heads. So, naturally, it drives up the cost and makes real estate much more expensive than in the rest of the countries. Furthermore, about 2/3 of the Swiss population lives in rental homes, increasing competition and increasing costs. Plus, Switzerland does not even have much land for buildings to begin with, another factor that drives up the real estate cost. Number 4. Thriving job market. One of the main reasons why you do not see locals complain about Switzerland's prices is the thriving job market. It offers employees enough salaries to cover expenses, including necessities and leisures. The median salary in the country is about $66,400 compared to $28,900 in the United Kingdom. It is mainly why tourists often complain about the high prices, not the native population. While the country is a major tourist destination known for serving delicious chocolates and cheese, it is just as advanced on the industrial front. It has a long innovation history and a strong export market with pharmaceuticals, chemicals, machinery, and gems as major products. It is perhaps the only country in Europe that has never participated in global or local conflicts, even during world wars, giving it the much-needed stability to grow its industries and capitalize on them. Not to mention, the otherwise notorious banking system has also contributed to the wealth of the country. The favorable tax policies have compelled billionaires and millionaires from across the globe to use Switzerland's banking systems, making it one of the world's biggest financial centers. Number 5. Tourism. Tourism also contributes to the insane prices in Switzerland, which is natural, but like price stickiness, the phenomenon is more profound in Switzerland compared to other countries that receive about the same number of tourists per year. The reason is quite simple. It is an expensive country, and only those with enough resources generally travel to such destinations. Simply put, most tourists you meet in Switzerland will belong to the upper middle to upper class economic stratifications in their respective countries. Naturally, when people are willing to spend higher, the sellers are not forgiving. If you cannot afford something, there will be someone in the line who is willing to spend even higher than the demand. The opposite of this is true for other countries such as Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, where people's spending power is not as high as the Western countries. Thus, you would find commodities, hotels, and transportation much cheaper than in the rest of the world. Number 6. Regulation of the service industry. You will undoubtedly hear people complain about the prices in Switzerland, but you will never encounter anyone complaining about the lack of quality, particularly in the services industry. The Swiss government is quite strict when it comes to the skill industry. Be it car mechanics or bakers, everyone must have a diploma or a certificate from the apprenticeship program to offer their services in Switzerland. While such practices are also followed in other Western countries, their regulations are not as strict as in Switzerland. It is because of such strict regulations that the industry in Switzerland is thriving. You would not have to check for reviews or roam around to find a competent plumber, mechanic, or other skilled worker. You can hire just about anyone and experience premium delivery of services. These skilled workers have invested their time and money in training, enabling them to offer such quality services. Thus, they naturally ask more for their services than you may pay for in your respective countries. If you are getting the quality, you will be charged for it. Why does the population of Switzerland not complain about high prices? It is not like everyone is happy with the prices in Switzerland. Some prominent experts and politicians have raised their concerns, but largely, the population does not seem to have a problem with it. It is mainly because of the thriving job market we mentioned earlier and the fact that the government is reasonably competent. In a world where inflation has brought major world economies to their knees, experts have predicted a decline in inflation in Switzerland. Exactly how the country has resisted global inflation can be a topic of another video. Let us know in the comment section whether you want us to make a video. As for this video, this is it. We hope it has been an informative and entertaining piece. Leave your thoughts in the comment section and keep connected with the channel. We will see you at the next one.